defending NBA champion Thunder and the Phoenix Suns. Suns tried to make a game of it in the fourth quarter, went on a 20-4 run, but Lou Dort says, I don't think so. Hits a huge three. They hit 14 as a team here in Game 2 as they win 120-107. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander once again leading the way, 37 points. He scored 25 points in 14 straight home playoff games. Also concerning here for the Thunder, Jalen Williams left in the third quarter because of a left hamstring injury. If you recall, he missed multiple weeks during the regular season because of a right hamstring injury, so certainly some concern there for OKC moving forward. They take a 2-0 series lead, and turnovers continue to be the story in this series. Get some instant analysis. Welcome in CBS Sports HQ NBA analyst John Gonzalez. And John, really, the OKC Thunder just outclassing the Phoenix Suns once again here in Game 2. They have now scored 56 points off of 41 turnovers in 2 games, and that continues to be the trend.
Yeah, they're a machine, right? I mean, that's how they live. That's how they eat. Game 1, 19 turnovers that they convert to 34 points. Tonight, 22 for 22, and it just puts the Suns up against it because they don't have the talent and the depth that the Thunder do anyway. And when they're committing that many turnovers and it's instant offense, those live ball turnovers are an absolute killer for the Suns. And it's not the Suns' fault because this is what the Thunder do. They turn everybody over. They were number 1 in creating turnovers and points off of turnovers last year, and they are again this season. And that's just how they operate, right? Because they have so many long, rangy defenders that can get up into your jersey. And you mentioned Jalen Williams, and we'll keep an eye on, what happens with him with that hamstring. Don't forget that he missed 49 games this season, but he's one of those guys. SGA is one of those guys. And then they come at you in waves with, their deep bench, and it's Lou Dort, and it's Cason Wallace, and it's Alex Caruso, and they just absolutely suffocate you on that end, and they don't really give you a chance. And the Suns, they only, and I'm doing air quotes here, lose by 13 tonight. At one point, they cut it to 10. You saw Matt Eshbia there, the Suns owner, and he was clapping like they were in the game. They were never in that game. They were never going to win in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has the best home court advantage of any team in the entire league. Only 7 home losses all season. It wasn't going to be 8 tonight.
OKC's 40th straight playoff game, forcing 10 or more turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they won the title last season. That's why they are on track to win it again this year, trying to be the first team to do so since the 2017-2018 Warriors to repeat. Look, you mentioned Jalen Williams. He leaves in the third quarter because of the hamstring injury. You noted that he missed multiple weeks during the regular season because of a right hamstring injury. There's certainly concern there, but if any team can deal with a player of this magnitude going down, it's the Thunder.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right, because they already did it during the regular season. And again, he missed over half the year with the other hamstring strain. Now we'll see how bad this one is. Hopefully it's not that bad. You don't want to ever see anybody get hurt. But the Thunder are, without question, the deepest team in the NBA. If the Suns suffered an injury to one of their 3 best players, they'd be cooked. They're cooked anyway. But with the Thunder, you look at it and go, all right, well, we still have the reigning MVP, about to be 2-time MVP. Chet Holmgren was fantastic defensively tonight. He's their, if he's not their second best player, he's their third best player. And on any other year, if Victor Wembanyama didn't exist, he would be the defensive player of the year. And then they have so many different ways that they can beat you, right? Because take Jalen Williams out of it, my suspicion is that A.J. Mitchell slides into that role. But on nights when they want extra defense, it'll be Lou Dort and Cason Wallace. They'll double up on those guys, or potentially more Alex Caruso minutes. The other Jalen Williams, J. Will. When Jalen Williams, J-Dub, was out earlier this season, Jalen Williams, J. Will stepped in, and he looked like a world beater and was knocking down 3-pointers at a really efficient rate. So Mark Daigneault has so many different guys that he can throw at you, and they're going to want Jalen Williams back sooner than later. The guy made all NBA last season. He's really, really good. He's a fantastic defender. But this is a team that can withstand that if he's going to miss some time.
Do the Suns get a game?
No. No, I mean, and tonight's a good example of why, right? They really only have 3 guys right now, right? Devin Booker, he was pretty good tonight, but 50% from the floor. Dylan Brooks had a fantastic game. He goes for 30 points. He fouls out because that's what Dylan Brooks does. He can't help himself. He had to have the extra foul, the 6th foul against SGA at the end just to make whatever kind of point Dylan Brooks wants to make. But he has made them better this season. But then you get your third guy there, Jalen Green, who's been hit or miss. He's also missed a bunch of time this season. He was actively bad tonight. You can't win when all 3 of those guys aren't just supernova hot from the floor against this Thunder team. And tonight, Jalen Green was 8 for 23 from the floor. He made only 1 of his 8 3-pointers. And on top of that, we talked about all those turnovers. He had 7 of them. So, yeah, this team is not built to get past Oklahoma City, and they're not built to even steal a game off of them. This is going to be a sweep.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about them being a machine. Since the start of last postseason, 12 of their 18 wins have come via double digits. Another one here against the Suns in Game 2. Series will shift to Phoenix on Saturday. John Gonzalez here with us on CBS Sports HQ as you take a look at the remaining series schedule. And according to John, we don't even need to put Game 5, 6, or 7 on there. It's going to be over on Monday night in Phoenix. But they got to play a Game 3. They got to play a Game 4 as the series shifts to the desert beginning on Saturday afternoon.
Because he hasn't looked right all season long. Desmond Bane is a guy that they traded 4 first-round draft picks for. He can't have a 2 of 11 shooting night. Not if they want to be in this thing. Jalen Suggs, yes, he was inefficient, but I'm giving him a pass too because he does so many other things on the floor. He wasn't actually the problem tonight. But this is a failure of roster construction, and that this is who the Magic have been all season long. They don't shoot the ball well. If they don't dominate in the paint, they've got a lot of troubles because, again, from deep, just 8 of 32, that's never going to cut it. And then from the Pistons' perspective, if you just flip this is the response you want to see, right? You've been atop the Eastern Conference all season long. You're the number 1 seed. You lost that first game at home. That's not how you want to start this postseason. You want to come out and dominate. They didn't do that, but they did respond with an incredible second half, and especially that third quarter that really sent them forward. So when you're a 1 seed and you've won 60 games and you're playing the Magic as the 8, yeah, you need to smack them around a little bit and send a message. They did that tonight.
They didn't just smack them around, John. Okay, they annihilated them on the boards. 57 rebounds for the Pistons to just 42 for the Magic. That is how you get it done, and that is Pistons basketball at its finest, the way they're constructed. But as you look ahead to Game 3, John, did the first 2 games change your perception of where this might go? Could it be a long series, or do you feel like it still could be a 5-game series?
Yeah, I had it as a 5-game series, and I think that, maybe the Magic steal one again, right? And maybe it goes 6. But I really don't see the Magic keeping pace with the Pistons because we have such a body of evidence. Yes, the playoffs are different. It's ref different. You get more leeway. It's more physical. Tonight, certainly it was a very physical matchup. It was a rock fight in the first half where it was 46-46 going into the break, and both teams scored under 100 points. There's a lot of people like to say nobody plays defense in the NBA, and the NBA was better back in the 90s or whatever. I hope you're enjoying this because you're getting what you asked for. But the Pistons are just better everywhere at both ends of the floor, and especially at everything that the Magic want to do. The Pistons just do it better. So I anticipated that this would be not like a walk of a series for Detroit, but certainly an easier series for them than they're likely to face as they move forward, when potentially they'll face the Cavs in the second round. And should they make it to the finals, then in theory you're going to face either the Knicks or the Celtics, because those 2 teams look like they're the teams that are most likely to come out from that side of the bracket. So this opening round, you want to kind of handle your business, take care of things. You stumbled a little bit in Game 1. Great answer for Game 2. Now you want to go and handle your business in Game 3 when it goes to Orlando.
All right, cannot wait to see how the Orlando Magic come out in their home building to see if they can respond and go up 2 games to